Okay, and here we go. Yo, what up? My name is Calvin, and welcome to the Angry Gentleman Podcast. I appreciate you. So, this is my first episode, and I want to come real, man. And I want to talk about, first of all, my journey to get here, and also I want to talk about us as a people, us as a nation. What are we doing? You know? So, right now, I want to talk about the right to vote. I want to talk about why we do what we do politically. Okay? So, let's talk about first how I got here. I wanted to kind of make a change, and I wanted to inflict change in others. So, I'm doing this podcast to kind of inform people, to let people know what's going on from my perspective. And I want to let people know that you have a voice and use your voice. So that's number one. Use your voice, use your platform. No matter what your platform is, use it. Okay? And number two, let's talk about political parties, right? So in America, you have Democrat Party, Republican Party. And I want to talk about why people feel like they have to be loyal to a political party. Okay? Which you don't have to. We do not have to be loyal to any political party. And I want to understand why we do this. Okay? So I think that a lot of people out here right now, I just put my name on the bottom so you can see what's going on. But I want people to understand what's going on with these political parties and why they really don't listen to us. And I have a proposition. So my proposition is, I think everybody in America, every citizen, should register as an independent. I'm gonna repeat that. Every voting age American should register as an independent. For two reasons. Number one, you are not beholden to any political party. You do not have to be. Okay? That's not a requirement. And number two, when you register as an independent, these politicians have to work for your vote. They should work for your vote. But I just want to let people know, when you register for a political party, you are giving away your vote. You are giving away your vote by registering for a political party. I know that sounds crazy, and I know they tell us that when you vote for a third party, you're giving away your vote. That's the lie they want to tell you. That's the lie they want to sell us. But you're not. You're actually giving away your vote when you register for the two major parties in America. Okay? That's what happens. So they want to make us feel like it's red team versus blue team. Okay? They talked about gangs in America. That's the biggest gang. They talk about Crips and Bloods and all this stuff. Red versus blue, Democrat, Republican. That's what it is. Okay? Because the rivalry, people are so tribal in America that it's crazy. It is crazy. So I think everybody should register for it as an independent, because that way they don't have to just count you as you're already voting for this party. You're going to go, straight ticket voting. That's why they have all this stuff in place. Because they know what you're going to vote for, who you're going to vote for before the election even starts. They don't have to vote they don't have to work for your vote. Okay? Think about it. If a politician holds a town hall meeting and that entire town hall is Democratic, he can sit there and make promises and all that stuff. But when he gets in office, if he gets elected, he doesn't have to do any of that stuff. You know why? Because he already has your vote. And he knows when it's time for him to get reelected, you're going to probably vote for him again. Or somebody else in the party. That's what they do. That's what they do. And I don't understand why we as people feel like we have to give these people our vote. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But that's one proposition that I have. The other proposition that I have is that if people don't want to pull themselves out of that, I think they need to look at it from a different perspective. Number one, politicians should have term limits, all of them, every last one of them, right? And I don't mean just term limits of when you get elected, and if you're a senator or a Republican, or a congressman or whatever, a member of the House of Representatives, you're up for re-election every 2 years or every 4 years or whatever. I mean, you should only be allowed the same way they do the president. You get 2 terms, 4 years apiece, and you can never run again. That's it. Because there should not be a such thing as a lifelong politician. You know why? Because these people, it's a job to them. It's money. That's all it is. That's all this is about. Money. It is not about helping people. Because the one thing I'm gonna piss some people off when I say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The one thing I do have to give Donald Trump and the Republicans credit for is that when they get in there, they do what they want to do. Plain and simple. You know why? Because they know who they report to. Democrats get in office, they work for the same people that Republicans work for, but what they do is they lie a little bit more. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Because when we get Republicans in office, they may not be working for me. They're working for somebody, but they're not working for me. And you actually see the results of what they're doing. Whether I agree with it or not, you see the results. They don't give a damn about what you have to say. They just do it. Democrats, what pissed me off about this election, which I do not like, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump and I'm not a fan of Joe Biden. The one thing that pissed me off about Joe Biden is when he said, "You ain't black if you don't vote for him. You ain't black if you don't vote for Democrats." That pissed me off because I'm like, it's so condescending, and it was so stupid of him to say that, because I want to see how the Democratic Party has benefited black people or people of color in a way that is so dramatic that I am compelled to vote for them. I don't see it. I don't see it. And it's so many issues that they could have changed, but they chose not to. They haven't done it. They have not done it. And I think we have to keep that in mind. But this election, people need to honestly wake up and realize that these political parties don't give a damn about us at all. And that's one thing that you have to keep in mind. So the people out here fighting for this politician, that politician, this party, that party, you're being ignorant. You know why? Because at the end of the day, they all get the same money. They are all friends. When the doors close, they all pat each other on the back. They're cool with each other. They go play golf with each other. They don't give a damn about us. Stop being so loyal to political parties. I'm from the South. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And I moved away. I live in California right now. I moved to California 6 years ago. And I go back and I visit, and I don't see a thing changing as far as progress and helping people. I don't see it. You know why? Because politicians lie all the goddamn time. That's why. They lie all the time, right? And it's sad because it's like, you can't believe these people. You can't believe them. They'll tell you anything. Can't believe them, right? And I don't understand why people are so loyal to a political party. So, like, again, my perspective, everybody needs to register as an independent in this country. And I think that'll change a lot for people, because they won't know before the election who's going to vote for them. You see all these polls and all this stuff about the educated white male is going to vote overwhelmingly Republican. The undereducated immigrant or ethnic person or whatever is going to tend to vote Democratic or what. And it's like they got this shit down to a science. You know why? Because you gave away your vote when you registered for that party. Stop registering for a party because they don't care about you. Straight up. But I just want to let that be known that we are all the same. So I appreciate you. I'm out. Have a great day. Peace.